morning, children. In this video I'll be discussing few questions from your exercise 4A. Okay, so we have already learned what is a profit, what is loss, what is cost price and what is selling price, and we have also learned how to use the formula in the given question. Okay, so with that knowledge we will be solving few more questions from this exercise. Okay, so question number 1, 2 and 3 I hope you all have done. It's pretty simple. Question number 4 I would like to explain it for you. So question number 4 says a fruit seller bought fruit worth rupees 270. If he intends to make a profit of rupees 50, what should his selling price be? Okay, so from the question there are certain things given, we can figure it out. Okay, so the things that are given are he bought fruit worth rupees 270 means cost price of the fruit will be equal to rupees 270. Okay, now he intends to make a profit of rupees 50, so it's directly given that the profit is equal to rupees 50, and the question says what should be his selling price be. So we need to figure out, we need to find what is the selling price. Okay, so you have three quantities here, you have cost price, you have profit and you have selling price, which is to be found out, right? So you need to use the formula that relates all these three things. Okay, so the formula that relates profit, cost price and selling price is which formula? So I'm going for the solution. So the formula that relates these three quantities are profit equal to selling price minus cost price. Okay, so I need to figure out what is the selling price. So from the formula, selling price will be equal to profit plus cost price. Yes, so selling price will be equal to, what is the profit? That is rupees 50, and what is the cost price? That is rupees 270. Okay, so when you add this two, what do you get? You get rupees 320. So our answer is, if we sell the fruit at rupees 320, then we can gain a profit of rupees 50. Okay, so this is what we need to find out. We need to figure out what is the selling price, and we have done that. Okay, so it's pretty simple. You just need to figure out what are the things given from the question and what is to be found out. Okay, if you can do that, then you can easily do all the problems. Okay, so question number 5 is the same as question number 4, but the difference is that it's given that a man incurs loss of rupees 370 by selling an article for rupees 120. So you need to find the cost price. So the things that are given are selling price and loss. You need to find cost price. Okay, so you need to use the relevant formula for that. Question number 5 I'm not doing. Now let's move on to question number 6. Okay, so question number 6 is similar to the example question that we discussed yesterday in the class. So question number 6 says, if a shopkeeper sells a pen for rupees 80, he will incur a loss of rupees 20. So this is the first case, that if he sells a pen at rupees 80, he will be at a loss of rupees 20. Okay, and in the second case they are asking at what price should he sell it to make a profit of rupees 20. So at what price he should sell it means they are asking us to find what is the selling price, provided that there should be a profit of rupees 20. Okay, so let me first write down what are the things that is given. So in first case, the selling price is given. The question is saying if a shopkeeper sells a pen at rupees 80. Okay, so let me write down selling price of pen, that is equal to rupees 80. He will incur a loss. Okay, so he is at a loss of rupees 20. So these are the things given at first. And in second, they are asking at what price should he sell it. So at what price should he sell means they are asking us to find out the selling price. At what price should he sell it to make a profit of rupees 20? They want to sell the pen in such a way that they want to make a profit of rupees 20. Okay, so our main problem here is to figure out what is the selling price, isn't it? So we need to look for the formula that relates profit, selling price and cost price. Why? Because every deal that we do, every transaction that we do it on the basis of cost price. Okay, so we should look for the formula that relates profit, SP and CP. So the formula is profit equal to selling price minus cost price, right? So we are asked to find selling price. So let's isolate SP. So SP will be equal to profit plus CP. Okay, now we know what is the profit, but we do not know what is the cost price. Yes, so we will be using this given fact to figure out what is the cost price. Okay, so you have SP given, you have loss given, you need to figure out what is the CP. So the formula that relates all these three things are loss equal to CP minus SP. Okay, so this is the formula that relates loss, SP, and we are trying to find out what is the CP. Okay, so let's isolate CP. So CP will be equal to loss plus SP. Okay, so loss it's given, that is equal to rupees 20, and selling price it's given, that is equal to rupees 80. So it's pretty simple. So from here you can figure out the cost price of pen is equal to rupees 100. Okay, so we now know that the cost price of pen is rupees 100. We want to make a profit of rupees 20. So our selling price should be equal to the profit we intend to make is rupees 20, and the actual cost price of the pen is rupees 100. Okay, so the selling price of pen will be equal to rupees 20 plus rupees 100, that is equal to rupees 120. So this is what the question is asking for. Okay, so see children, you need to analyze, you need to use your presence of mind. Okay, so you might get confused why here we are using the formula for loss, why here you are using the formula for profit, because the question demands that. Okay, because the question says us to find the third unknown, so we need to look for the quantities that relates the known fact and the unknown one. Okay, so this is how we do question number 6. Now let's move on to question number 7. Okay, so question number 7 is also quite interesting. So it's question number 7. It says Rajan sold a cycle at a loss of rupees 300. If he had sold it at rupees 3000, he would have made a profit of rupees 600. Okay, so at what price did he sell the cycle? So there are two things given. Okay, he already sold a bicycle at certain price and he is already at a loss of rupees 300. That is first case. Okay, and in second case they are still saying if at all they had sold, if at all Rajan had sold the cycle at rupees 3000, he would have made a profit of rupees 600. So we need to know at what price did he sell. Okay, so first case, Rajan sold a bicycle at certain price which we do not know, that is to be found out, because of which he had a loss of rupees 300. Okay, so Rajan sold a bicycle at certain price, we do not know at what price, but by selling at the certain price he is at a loss of rupees 300. Okay, now if he had sold it at 3000, they are saying if at all he had sold it in rupees 3000, that is the selling price, then he would have made a profit of rupees 600. So if at all he had sold at this price, then he would have made a profit of rupees 600, right? So these two are the facts given. Please keep in mind that do not mix these two facts. Okay, so this is a different case and this is a different case. Okay, so we need to look for the formula that relates SP, loss and CP. Okay, so loss is equal to CP minus SP, right? And we need to find out what is the SP, so we isolate this. So when we take this towards left side, it will become SP will be equal to CP minus loss. Okay, so we have loss is given, we need to figure out what is the CP. So CP we can get it from this fact. Okay, so the formula that relates profit, SP and CP is this formula. We need to know what is the CP, so we take this towards the side, so minus CP becomes CP, so that will be equal to SP. This when taken that side becomes minus profit. Okay, so from here you can get what is CP, so that will be equal to rupees 3000 minus profit is rupees 600. Okay, so CP will be equal to 3000 minus 600, that is equal to rupees 2400. Okay, but our problem here is not to find the CP but to find the SP at which Rajan sold the cycle, because of which he had a loss of rupees 300. Okay, so the SP will be equal to CP is how much? Rupees 2400 actual cost. He is at loss minus 300. So the selling price of the cycle will be equal to rupees 2100. Okay, so the actual cost of the cycle was 2400. Because Rajan sold it at rupees 2100, he is at loss of rupees 300. Okay, so this is the fact we need to find out. Okay, so children, it's very interesting. It's like a game, it's like a riddle to solve. Okay, so it's very interesting. Please grow some test for it. Okay, now I'll do question number 9 for you. Remaining questions I want you all to try it on your own. If there are lot many doubts, I'll again make a video solving the remaining question. Okay, if at all there are lot many doubts. So this is question number 9. So question number 9 says a vendor bought 10 dozen eggs at the rate of rupees 22 per dozen. Okay, 6 of the eggs were rotten. He sold the remaining eggs at the rate of rupees 2.50 per egg. Find his profit or loss. Okay, so there are lot many things involved in this question. There are dozen of eggs bought, there are 6 eggs rotten, and there is a selling price of each egg given. Okay, so we need to figure out whether there is a profit or a loss. Okay, so remember, we determine the profit or loss based on the total cost price of the whole thing and the selling price of the whole thing. Okay, so let us start. I'll go very slow because this is a new type of question. So he bought 10 dozen eggs. So remember, in 1 dozen there are 12 eggs. Okay, so you need to remember this also. Okay, so this is what we use in our everyday life. Okay, so everyday life knowledge is also very important in our mathematics. Okay, so a vendor bought 10 dozen egg at the rate of rupees 22 per dozen. Okay, so cost price of 10 dozen eggs will be equal to 1 dozen eggs cost rupees 22. So 10 dozen will cost how much? 22 into 10, because 22 is the cost price of 1 dozen of egg. Okay, because he is buying 10 dozen eggs, so it's rupees 22 plus 10, that is equal to rupees 220. So this is cost price of 10 dozen eggs. Okay, now 6 of the eggs were rotten. He sold the remaining eggs at the rate of rupees 2.50 per egg. Okay, so remaining eggs. Because 6 were rotten, so how many eggs will remain? 10 dozen eggs were there. So there will be 12 into 10, because in 1 dozen there are 12 eggs. So there are in total 120 eggs. Okay. Out of this, 6 are rotten. So we subtract that. So the remaining eggs is 114. Okay. So after the rotten eggs are removed, the fresh eggs left is 114. Okay. Remaining eggs equal to 114. He sold the remaining eggs at the rate of rupees 2.50 per egg. So remaining eggs are this. So selling price of 114 eggs. He is selling each egg at rupees 2.50 per egg. Okay. So selling price of 114 eggs will be 114 into rupees 2.50, because he is selling one egg at rupees 2.50. Okay. So let's find out how much is this. So I am finding selling price of 114 eggs. So let me divide this 114 into 2.50. So this is 0, 5 4s are 20, carry 2, 5 1s are 5, plus 2 7, 5 1s are 5, 2 4s are 8, 2 1s are 2, 2 1s are 2. So this is 0 0 15 8 2 1 2 1 2. We place a decimal here. So selling price of remaining egg is rupees 285. Okay. Now we have two facts here. We have selling price of egg and we have cost price of egg. So we compare these two to check whether there is a profit or loss in the whole transaction. Okay. So you see here, selling price is higher than cost price. Yes. So they bought the egg at rupees 220, but when he sold it, he is getting 285 in total, right? So here selling price is greater than cost price. Yes. So he gains profit. So he is at profit. So profit is how much? How much profit he is in? So profit will be equal to selling price minus cost price. Okay. So after selling 114 fresh eggs, he is earning rupees 285. And cost price of 10 dozen egg was rupees 220. So he is at profit of rupees 65. So the profit incurred in the whole transaction is rupees 65. Okay. So this is how we do the problems in profit and loss. Okay? I hope you all have understood. So try solving remaining questions. Okay. So the remaining questions